Thank you. For your information, Councilman Whipple is not well this evening. I'm reminded that he's in a very difficult situation, and I hope that your prayers will remember him in your prayers. This brings us to the first item on our agenda, which, as I stated earlier, is a discussion and possible action regarding Taylor Resolution R 2009-07, petitioning the Navajo County Board of Supervisors to conduct an election on the question of consolidation of the town of Taylor and the town of Snowflake, communities sharing a common boundary located in Navajo County with a population of less than 150,000 persons, establishing the date of the election, identifying common polling places as established in the last regular election, and providing a choice of 2 to 4 names for the consolidated town. For clarity, I just want to remind everyone that the resolution we're talking about tonight deals with the right to vote and whether or not we should vote, not how we will vote on consolidation. The last time we had this on an agenda, it was tabled because we needed to determine what suggested town names would be included in a motion. There was also some concern expressed over the lack of a business plan and the lack of a proposed budget. While some data has been provided which suggests possible savings and organizational changes, the point has been brought out that any such plans are speculative in nature and not binding in any way on a possible future council. So the question before us tonight is, should we allow the residents of Taylor to vote on consolidation with Snowflake or not? As those of you who've been with us in past meetings know, we've spent considerable time discussing this issue. We've heard many different points expressed, different sides of the issue spoken for, and this evening, the method that we're going to proceed under is we will allow 2 persons in favor of this resolution and 2 persons opposed to the resolution to address council for 5 minutes each. Just as a reminder to those who are opposed, each member of the council and probably just about everybody here received a copy of the blue letter, so we're well aware of the material that's contained in that. I will say that I, for one, am disappointed with some of the tactics that are employed by the so-called fact finders. In my opinion, the letter contains some accurate information mixed with the very things they accuse their opposition and this council of. If you 2 groups would like to take a minute to determine who you want to speak, or if you've already done that, then we don't have a set order by which you will come up and speak. We would just ask that you, when you come to the podium, sign your name on the sign-in sheet. That is the one requirement we have to keep a record of. And so with that, go ahead.
My name is Mark Reed. I appreciate being here with you today. I'm not particularly comfortable speaking in public, but I appreciate being able to express some thoughts here today. It's been an interesting few months, I know, for all of you. There's been a lot of input, discussion, debate, phone calls, etc., especially for you on the council. James Buchanan called this the noise of democracy. And by and large, it's a good thing. It lets us stretch our thinking, open ourselves to new ideas, and express our thoughts. It is also very unfortunate at times that it has to become so personal. I understand that it's an accepted ploy in politics today to try to create anger and distrust and division in order to gain advantage. This seems to be the political way of the world. But this is not the world. This is Taylor, Arizona. We are neighbors and friends, in some cases even brothers and sisters, and we've stood by each other through each of our greatest challenges and greatest disappointments. So how is it that people that we loved and admired and associated with, worked side by side with for decades, suddenly become such bad people simply because they have an opinion different from our own? The answer is they're not bad people. It doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't mean that they're weak-minded. It doesn't mean that they don't have a right to an opinion. It just means that there's lots of emotion tied up in this debate. People feel strongly at times. Eventually, this motion will pass one way or another. And we will, in time, work together again to accomplish good and positive things in our community. For myself, I've tried to avoid making public comment until a resolution is voted on. But I can say that if a vote for consolidation were held today, I don't know that I could vote for it. I'm leaning that way, but I still have a few reservations. But you know what? It doesn't make any difference what I think alone as an individual. Respectfully, I don't think it matters what any of you think individually. The only thing that matters is what we think collectively as a community. There are a lot of good, honest, and intelligent people on both sides of this debate. The fact that there is a debate, that there is controversy, demonstrates this. There are a lot of people who feel strongly on both sides of this issue. There's only one way that you can know where the weight of public opinion lies, and that is through the election process. You are here today because we voted for each of you, because we have confidence in your ability and your willingness to represent all of us, not just the loud, noisy few from both sides of this question who have kept your ears ringing for the last 6 months. But for every individual you have spoken with personally about this issue, there are 10 or 20, maybe 50 who have not called you, that you've not been able to speak with personally, but still who have an opinion. The only way to know their view, the only way to represent them is to let them have a voice. That voice, their voice, is the election process. Some time ago, Debbie made a statement, wisely, I believe, to the effect that this issue has been around too many times for way too long, that the only way to put it to rest is to put it before the people and let them choose. Lay it to rest. I understand that there may have been threats, veiled or unveiled, that put your own political careers at risk should you choose to vote for this resolution, to bring a vote to the people. I hope you have the courage to take a stand and represent us all if this resolution is not carried forward so that all have a voice in the process. Then the only voices to have been heard will be those who oppose the consolidation. There's only one reason not to bring this vote to the people to decide, to the community to decide, and that is if we're afraid that it just might pass. If we let this be the catalyst for deciding on this resolution tonight,
30 seconds, Mark.
I believe it'll be a sad injustice. Thank you. Now, as council members, yours is a difficult position to be in. Considering your position, I think Woody Allen said it best, you were at a crossroads. One leads to despair and utter hopelessness. The other path leads to total extinction. Let us hope you have the wisdom to make the right choice. Either way, there will be those who will be disappointed in your decision. We know you can't make us all happy. For me,
Time's up, Mark.
whatever you choose, I stand with you. Thank you.
Thank you.